Hi everybody, it's Oksana, and this video is going to be about going natural on a budget. So you want to go natural with your cosmetics, which is great. It's a wonderful, healthy choice that you've made, but now you're on a limited budget and you don't know how to get started and how to do this in an affordable way. So this video is going to be my advice to you as well as recommendations of some products and some brands. So first of all is going in steps, baby steps. I think is definitely a good way to go for most people. Maybe you just want to jump right into it and you found out about some of these ingredients and you just don't feel comfortable using any of your makeup anymore and you just want to buy all new makeup. That's definitely a way to go about it as well, but obviously it's a lot more affordable to buy a little bit at a time and kind of replace your products as you're using them up. And what I would recommend is you start with products that have the biggest effect. So products that you use all over your face, such as foundation, because you're using that in a larger area. It's absorbing, more of it is absorbing. You're using more of the product as well. Lips is probably number one. And then face is how I would go about it, because lips, you're eating whatever you're putting on your lips. And a lot of times products can absorb to your through your skin to a certain degree, but not really all that much, and not everything can. So I would definitely worry more about what you're eating, which is lipstick, which non-natural lipstick can have lead, it can have all kinds of nasty chemicals and carcinogenic dyes and things like that. So that's what I would worry about first, and I would replace your lipstick with something more natural and some awesome alternatives. One of my favorite things is Silk Natural lip products. They are just amazing. They look like this. They tend to be somewhere between $4 and $5. There's a few different formulas. I think the lipsticks cost a little bit more. They might be more like $5, and then some are like $4.50. So this is one of my favorite colors. It's called Bramble. It's their Slick Stick. They literally have everything you can imagine. They have like at least 100 colors probably. They have, sheer colors, pigmented, lipstick colors, really glossy, shiny, like lip balm type ones, sparkly ones, non-sparkly ones, light ones, dark, like they have every color, literally every color. And then like some funky ones, just like a wash of gold that you can use, to transform other colors as well. Just really something for everybody. And they are extremely affordable. They're like the most affordable lip products that I know of that are just exceptional quality, really wonderful natural ingredients. Some of them do have food grade dyes and some of them don't. So it depends on, what you want to do about dyes, if you just want to avoid all dyes, or if you are okay with using food grade. But they don't use any non-food grade dyes in their lip products. So I'm okay with all of their lip products because I'm okay with food grade dyes. I do avoid them in my food, so I'm already exposing myself just so little to them compared to kind of the average person that also eats them. But that's kind of my feeling on it, and that's my recommendation. And another option are these Diva Sticks from the All Natural Face. This one is Bubblegum. This is a lovely lip color, and they can be used all over the face. They have different colors, which can, more typical lip colors, more typical eyeshadow colors, highlight colors as well. Like this Lemon Ice is a wonderful cream highlight. You can use it in the center of your lip as well if you want, like a pop of like a lighter color, or like on the Cupid's bow, make your lips look fuller. And speaking of highlighters and products like that, so I'll touch upon that now. Silk Naturals looks just like this. I just didn't grab mine, but it's just little sticks just like this. They're cream blushes as well as cream highlighters. There's a few different colors, like a white one and then like a more golden one. There's a cream contour, which is matte, like a nice matte dark contour color. There's a more of a shimmery cream bronzer color if you're looking for that. And so kind of highlighters and bronzers and contours, the cream version anyways. Silk Naturals makes wonderful, really affordable ones, as well as some of these Diva Sticks from the All Natural Face. And then for cream contour, this lip and cheek color in Cocoa makes a good matte cream contour. And for blushes, Silk Naturals has wonderful blushes if you don't mind using a loose powder blush or a cream blush. And the All Natural Face has wonderful powder as well as cream blushes as well. Their cream blushes can be used just like the Silk Naturals can be used on your cheeks or cheeks or your lips. And this is the bubblegum color. It's really nice. And now moving on to foundation. I kind of wanted to do that next, but I got carried away with one product led to another. But for foundation, which is what I would replace after lip products, I recommend some of my favorite ones are, and of course it really depends on your skin. You know, everyone's so different. We're looking for all different things for foundation, but I really enjoy the Lucy's foundation, which is a powder. This is a loose powder, high coverage foundation, absolutely wonderful. I've pressed mine. It doesn't press really well. It kind of crackles, but I don't mind that, and sometimes I'll mix other things into it as well. So this is quite affordable. I think I get the Lucy Light, which I think is like $12, and they're always having sales. Sometimes it's like buy one, get one free, and all kinds of really great sales. You can get sample sizes of this as well, so that's pretty affordable, and it lasts forever because you just need a tiny bit. This is like the most pigmented foundation ever. And they have formulas for oily skin as well that have some oil control. They have 2 different options for that. And this is a pressed powder. This is about $10 from the All Natural Face. They come in a circular pan now. $10 for the refill, I should say. I think it's like $16 if you want the compact. And this, I bought this a while ago. That's why it's a rectangle, and I just put this, I had a spare compact that I put it in. But this is wonderful. It's natural ingredients just like they have a wonderful powder foundation as well, obviously, but if you wanted something pressed, it does have some mild natural preservatives in there. So if you don't mind that, but if you want it to just be completely like not even any preservatives, you can buy the loose version or the Lucy's or Silk Naturals they have their foundation which you mix up, which is lovely. It's like a white base and then different colors, and you mix your own shade to match you perfectly. They have a few different formulas as well, like a glowy one and like a more matte one and a higher coverage one. And they have a cream foundation as well that comes in like a large tube stick form. And the All Natural Face has a cream foundation as well, which I brought here, which looks like this. So quite a few options. They're all very affordable. It just really depends on what you like for foundation. But basically Silk Naturals, All Natural Face, and Lucy's all can be very, and the All Natural Face is, it's affordable as it is, but if you stay on the lookout for their Groupons, then that makes it even that much more of a better deal. It's just like, it's a steal buying with their Groupons. Such a great deal. So after you do your foundation, I already touched upon, blushes, contour, highlighting, that sort of thing. So that probably would be one of the next things I replace. I would replace that kind of the same time. I would rate it the same as eyeshadow because you don't use that much of it. I guess you use more of a blush than you do of an eyeshadow. So, or it depends. If you put bronzer literally, all over your face, then, you can replace that next as well. Oh, another powder foundation, and I was going to save these for last, but I really like the Conservatory products. They are, this is their powder foundation. It also comes in a circular compact. This is a blush of theirs. Here's some pressed eyeshadows. They're sort of affordable, like, they're like $10. I think this is $15 now. This used to be $10, but now it's more. They're customizable eyeshadow palettes. But their shipping is really, really expensive. So if you're buying with a friend, or if you're buying a whole bunch of things, so that you divide the shipping out and it's like $1 per item, then it's okay, But if you're just buying one item, then it doesn't really fall into budget makeup. But I wanted to mention it because I know some people can be really attached to pressed products, and it can be really hard to go natural and start using loose mineral makeup. because a lot of the more affordable brands tend to be loose minerals. So if you're having a really hard time with that, I just wanted to mention those products. And then I want to talk about eyeshadows. So eyeshadows, I love Silk Naturals eyeshadows. The All Natural Face has fantastic eyeshadows as well. They tend to come just from all these kinds of indie brands in these little jars, and they're just like a loose powder. I press mine, which is, you know, a whole other adventure if you want to get into that. But it's easy, it's relatively affordable. You get all your supplies from TKB Trading. You don't need all that much stuff. You just need the pans, you need fractionated coconut oil and rubbing alcohol. So that's kind of an affordable way to have pressed eyeshadows, because pressed eyeshadows tend to be more expensive than loose. So if you're really attached to pressed, you can press them yourself. But Silk Naturals has such incredible eyeshadows that I probably have the most from them. And then I also have quite a few from the All Natural Face. So I highly recommend them, but really there's a ton of indie mineral makeup companies. Scaredy Cat has really affordable samples. They come in these really adorable little vials, which I didn't bring, but it's only $1 per vial, and there's a ton of product in there, like a ton. So that probably is one of the most affordable ones. And then All Natural Face has wonderful samples. A lot of times, especially their eyeshadows will come in these tiny little plastic, like clamshell type jars. But some of these, like these are some glows if you want some finishing powders. They come in little baggies like this, and what's really affordable is you can get sets of, like, I think these are all of the glows. I also have a set of all of the blushes. You can get some of the foundation shades this way as well, to try like a whole bunch of colors in your range to find your perfect match, because they have a lot of different colors. So it's really affordable as well to buy samples sometimes to make sure you like something before you buy the full size. And there's samples. I don't know if this is the case for every product, but I know for eyeshadows it's like 35 cents for a sample, so it can be really affordable. And now I want to talk about concealers. So a really affordable all natural concealer is from O Suds, and this is a sample, but it'll last you a really long time. This is their undercover eye concealer, but they have skin colors. This is the color correcting yellow one. But if you're planning on using this just under your eye, or, you know, if you get the skin colored one and you just use it on a blemish here and there, this is going to last you forever for $3. And even the full size, I forget exactly how much it is, but it's definitely less than $10. You know, very affordable, very good pigmented, good quality under eye concealer. These do crease on me a little bit, but if you set it with a powder, it performs better. And some wonderful powder concealers. Silk Naturals has their Sleep in a Jar, which is great. You can use it on your own if you don't need that much coverage, or I like to use it as a setting powder because I do need a lot of coverage underneath my eyes. You can use powder foundations as, like, especially the Lucy's, which is super good coverage. Use that as a concealer on blemishes on your face. You don't necessarily need a cream concealer. And if you wanted to splurge a tiny bit, then one of my favorite concealers is this Beauty Without Cruelty pencil, and it's about $11 on iHerb, so it's not that much more. You know, I try to stay under 10 for a lot of these, but I think, you know, right around $10 is pretty much budget drugstore prices. So this is absolutely wonderful. I highly recommend this. I recommend this over the O Suds. I like this better. It lasts on me longer and stays put better, but the problem is it only comes in 2 colors, and so it tends to be better for under the eye because they're kind of like peachy brightening colors. But if you wanted a face concealer, then the O Suds skin colored ones are good for that. Oh, I did grab a cream blush from Silk Naturals. This is what the packaging looks like. By the way, this is top shelf. So that is that. So let's see. So we did eyeshadow, concealers. I would really do the eye area last just because it's small. You're not really, you know, piling on all that much product. Not all that much product is gonna, you know, get absorbed compared to, you know, all over your face or licking it off your lips. And also it's the hardest area. Like, besides eyeshadow, which is easiest, there's so many mineral eyeshadows, but the other products like mascara and eyeliner, that is the hardest, by far the hardest for me, and I've been natural for years, or, you know, as natural as I want to be. And this is like the one area where I compromise. So a mascara that I found recently that I really love, that's a budget mascara. It's not natural, but it, oops, it doesn't smudge on me, and it actually lasts really well. So I wanted to mention it, and this is a Prestige, my waterproof lashes. It doesn't have like the most horrendous of chemicals in there, and it doesn't have parabens or anything either, and it is waterproof, but it's not like as chemically as a lot of your typical waterproof mascaras, and it comes off pretty well with an oil. I just recently did a video on this, and I've just been in love with this mascara ever since I got it, because ever since I went natural, all mascaras just started smudging on me, and then I even went back to non-natural mascaras, and they smudge on me too, so then I was like, I don't know what to do. So then more recently I tried this one, and this has been my favorite. But if you wanted to do, you know, really natural, Physicians Formula has their organic wear mascara, which is really cute packaging. It's got like that green leaf. I don't have one anymore. I think I just kept the brush so I can brush through my lashes. But it has a really nice, like, big rubbery brush. That one a lot of people love. They have the green one. They have the like a red and a black. They have different formulas. And so different people tend to have different luck with some of the formulas. There's a CC one as well, which is kind of like a silver. They're all the same, really cute, like curved leaf looking packaging, but they're just different colors. So you may want to try that. That's easy to find at the drugstore, but it does smudge on me, so I stick with this one, and I wanted to mention it. And now eyeliner. So eyeliner is tough. It's really tough. You can use something like Honeybee Gardens, which is a natural cream eyeliner, which smudges on me. It is affordable. I think it's under $10. And some natural stores carry it as well. Like there's a natural food store by me that carries it, so you may not have to buy it online. I personally can't wear that one, so I stick to quasi-natural products. Like this Physicians Formula, this has been my holy grail, and I can't open it. Holy grail eyeliner. This is a liquid. It's not a sponge tip, it's a brush applicator. I have this in a brown color and a black, and pretty much that's all I ever wear for eyeliner, unless I want to do some colorful ones. Then I have some other ones as well. But this is like my favorite thing ever. It does have phenoxyethanol, but honestly, I don't worry so much unless there's like absolutely horrific ingredients in the product. I don't really worry about it too much when it's literally just going on the tiniest little, you know, just tiny little line. That's all that I'm getting. And it's kind of like quasi-natural, this particular one, so it's got some natural and non-natural ingredients. I think it's fine. I'm comfortable with it. It depends on your comfort level, but this is why I suggest these sort of things for last, because that's the one area that I feel like natural makeup is just as good, if not better, than traditional makeup on, you know, for all products except for eyeliner, eyeshadow primer, and mascara. So eyeshadow primer, I haven't talked too much about that. I stick with quasi-natural ones as well. Bare Minerals makes a great one. Too Faced. That one is not really all that natural, but that one's a good one. And I have to wear a non-natural eyeshadow primer, otherwise my eyeshadows crease on me. But if you wanted to try some, the All Natural Face makes one that a lot of people swear by. It's supposed to be like the dupe to the Urban Decay, what is it called? Primer Potion. It's a liquidy one. It looks like a lip gloss applicator. It's the Magic eyeshadow primer. They have a creamy one in a pot as well that I think creases more on me than the liquid one, but the liquid one creased on me as well, so that didn't work out for me. That doesn't mean that it won't work out for you. I probably would actually recommend trying some of these more natural ones if you can, you know, afford it, of course, because if it works for you, that's great. You can be like 100% natural in all of your products, but if it doesn't, then of course you can also do what I do, which is be as natural as you can and then kind of compromise on some of your products where you need to. And you know, that's definitely better than using, you know, all non-natural products. So it's definitely a way that will make it easier for some people to transition as well, because sometimes you have to make some compromises, and they can make things a lot harder if you jump into it and all of a sudden you got all these creasy, smudgy makeup products and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wear natural makeup, that's it, I give up. You know, do one step at a time and kind of figure out what you can switch to natural and what you can't. So hopefully this is helpful to you. These are just kind of my tips about going natural in general, as well as doing it on a budget, some brand recommendations. And there's lots of other wonderful brands that I probably left out. I tried to think of kind of the most affordable ones that have the biggest range of products, so you can kind of make one order. Like Silk Naturals, you can make one order and get all kinds of things. You can get eyeshadows, lip products, you know, foundation, all kinds of things. So it'll save you money not having to pay shipping and ordering, you know, 10 different places online either. So, and same thing with the All Natural Face. I try to kind of pick and focus on places like that. But hopefully this video was helpful to you. And if you have any questions about going natural, as well as, you know, any of these products or brands, feel free to ask me below and I will let you know the answer to those. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.